While on a mountain trail, my son and daughter-in-law suddenly shoved my husband and me over the edge. Lying there bleeding, my husband whispered, "This isn't just a story. It's a chilling testament to how the people you love most can become the monsters you never saw coming." 3 days ago, my own son and his wife pushed my husband and me off a 90-foot cliff, and as I lay there broken and bleeding, the true horror was just beginning to unfold. My name is Hilda and I'm 60 years old. For 4 decades, my husband Henry and I thought we'd built the most beautiful, idyllic family. Every morning, our little suburban home would fill with the scent of fresh coffee and the gentle chirping of birds. I was a teacher, coming home each afternoon with tales of my bright-eyed students, while Henry, with his rough but delicate hands, transformed simple wood into masterpieces in his carpentry shop. He crafted the most exquisite furniture, pieces that spoke of passion and dedication. We had 2 sons. Richard, our firstborn, was the heart of our home. Always laughing, always ready to lend a hand to his father, always shielding me from worries. Damien, 5 years younger, was more reserved, quieter. But I loved them both with every fiber of my being. As a mother, you don't play favorites, or so I believed. Sundays were sacred. We'd gather around the grand oak table Henry himself had carved, listening to Richard excitedly share his engineering dreams while Damien quietly picked at his food. Life was simple, yes, but it was incredibly beautiful. Henry and I would take long walks around our small town every evening, talking about our dreams for the future, watching our grandchildren growing old together in that very house. I never imagined those peaceful strolls were somehow training for the terrifying walk that almost cost us everything. On weekends, our house buzzed with life. My sisters Harriet and Irene would bring their families, and the air would hum with laughter, children's footsteps, women sharing recipes, and men tinkering in the yard. Henry was my rock, my perfect partner. 40 years of marriage, and he still brought me wildflowers he'd picked on his way to work. We were a team, an unbreakable unit. Or so I fiercely believed. We'd sit on the porch at night, under a canopy of stars, planning our retirement adventures, traveling, seeing the ocean, maybe building a smaller home once the boys started their own families. But perfect happiness, I would discover years later, is often just a fragile veil hiding the deepest, most unspeakable tragedies. When Richard turned 20, a dark cloud began to settle over our family. He and Damien started arguing, whispering heatedly in the hallways, falling silent the moment I appeared. Henry brushed it off as brotherly stuff, something that would pass. I wanted so desperately to believe him, to cling to the illusion of our perfect family. Then came that dreadful October night, exactly 25 years ago. Richard didn't come home for dinner. We waited hour after agonizing hour until 1 a.m. Damien stayed locked in his room, supposedly studying, but I saw something unsettling in his eyes whenever I asked about Richard. Henry went out with the neighbors, searching every familiar haunt, every trail, every corner of town. At dawn they found him. Richard's body at the bottom of the river gorge. The police called it an accident. He'd stumbled in the dark. I never questioned it. I couldn't bear to imagine a truth more horrible. Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.